Welcome to Geneseo High School as the Rock Island Rocks travel to town to take on the Maple Leafs here at Geneseo High School. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Zach Mackey here along with Coach Bob Pettit and Keith Kennett to bring you the action here on TV 50 as the Rocks come in from the Western Big Six Conference. They're a perfect 3-0 in that conference, and they're 13-2 on the year. And already our opening tips already a little bit. Number 25, D'Angelo Hicks there got a little excited early.
He jumped the ball a little bit on it, Zach, and you know, he got that tip. A little anxious, but they let him get by with it anyway. You're really supposed to wait till the ball's in the air, the rule says.
Rocks are going to start with the ball first, and they get the first points of the ball game.
Both teams come off of games last night. We'll see how the legs work out, but Rocky had an exciting win over the undefeated previously undefeated Galesburg squad. Leafs had a heartbreak loss at Ottawa.
Kind of solidifying themselves as the top of the Western Big Six Conference. Going on a run now are the Rocks, up and in, and trying to make it a three-point play now will be Larry Dixon.
Daniels on the foul. It's on that breakaway. It's kind of one of those deals where if you're gonna foul, you gotta make sure he doesn't make that basket. Technical difference call. He's here. Keith didn't take care of us in the dressing room. Got to get us wired up.
Free throws good. 5-0 an early lead for Rock Island in the first quarter. 13-2 overall are the Rocks. 3-0 in conference play. Leafs are sitting at 8-8 right now, and what a win this would be for morale, for everything here. It's Drew Himmelman trying to go in for the two-hand slam, and he's going to be fouled.
That would have been some crowd excitement if he could have slammed that ball, but it's more important to try to get the 2 points. Got fouled on the play. Nice feed. I think it was Daniels down in the corner, if I'm not mistaken.
Might give him a little bit of a push here. He's announced as Drew the Jaguar Himmelman, so we'll see if he can show it out there. First free throw won't go.
Somebody had to pay some money to get that done.
Drew struggled last weekend. We had the game here on TV 50, and he struggled from the free throw line, and today he's struggling early again, 0 for 2.
Leafs find themselves down a 5-0 deficit, and the Rocky have the ball, trying to stretch that right here.
Rocks run on offense now. Tyler Hall, the ball. He's averaging about 16 and a half. And when we talk to people, it's kind of been the Hall show as Himmelman comes up with a block. Hall, he's usually in about that 15-point range, and it's who's going to step up and score with him. There's a couple of guys, Jones, Nevels, and Hicks, that can kind of step up, but it's always a test as the Leafs are still dormant, trying to get on the scoreboard.
Going to have a hard time getting that ball inside tonight, and so Radu takes one from the corner, can't get it to go. Over the back, but no call.
Correct.
Wow.
Wow, he's gone up 3 or 4 times.
Still can't get it.
McDuffie.
McDuffie is kind of beefier than your typical Rock Island player.
260.
Usually you get those guys looking a little bit more lean in jumping machines, but he's a big fella.
Drew Himmelman was guarded up with Hicks, and they took Hicks way outside to the three-point line to get Himmelman out of the lane down in there, and McDuffie had the 6'3" figure, was able to pick up a couple of rebounds, ended up getting fouled, and he sinks his free throws.
7-0
early.
The Rocks will full court press just all night long. They don't care what the score is or what the situation is. They just put it on you. In the sophomore game, the Leafs sophomores were not successful, but they were down with a minute left by 20, and the Rocks still had the press on. To give you an idea, that's just the way they play it. Yeah. And it's no big deal. You just have to expect it because that's the way they do.
Trying to go a little fancy. It was Hall going to under the hoop, trying to come up and in for a layup, won't go. Leafs offense now. Working inside, up and in.
Nice feed by Rusk out of the corner, or no, it was Radu out of the corner. Rusk kicked it over to him. Good ball movement by the Leafs, found the open man inside, and it happened to be the big guy.
Leafs are able to get on the scoreboard now with 5:50 left to go in the first quarter. Free throws good. 4-point deficit still for the Leafs.
don't really want to get in a running game here with the Rocks, but they kind of they force you into that. Whoa.
Down inside, open was D'Angelo Hicks.
Major missed assignment there because you can't be that open inside.
It was wide open. Kind of took a lane cut. They get it past half court, and they do.
Nice,
open.
Nice.
On the other side is Radu.
Very nice ball movement.
Free ball by Hall, and he sinks it 3 feet behind the line. One thing about this press you talk about, though, is there with Radu, it sometimes opens some things if you're able to get the ball down the court quickly, and it opens a 3-ball. Nailing it, Will Daniels.
8 for the Leafs, 12 for the Rocks, and the Leafs are not having trouble with the press. They're passing, not trying to dribble against it, which most teams do. Passing the ball well.
McDuffie takes too many steps. Go for the Leafs now.
Drew Himmelman, Jaguar intimidation factor. Was that the correct term?
I think
Jaguar?
so, yeah. Daniels goes past half court now. 4:35 left to go in the first quarter here, and the Leafs trail right now 8-12 to the Rock Island Rocks.
Being patient. Nice look.
Cut down inside. Rusk with a left-handed layup. Rocks trying to run quickly. They turn it over to the Leafs, though.
Himmelman with the hand in the lane. Pop that ball back out to Radu.
A chance for the lead. Falls short. 3-pointer won't go.
Fairly clean game so far. We've got 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. It's 2 fouls apiece, but not a lot of aggressiveness that a lot of times you see in a Rock Island game.
Drew Himmelman with the steal. It's a one-on-one. Him and Hicks. Oh, so close to going in. He wanted it. He'll go to the free throw line and earn them now.
Kind of hanging in midair, trying to decide whether to try to slam one more or lay it up, and just couldn't get it in.
Hicks has got to be careful. He's got 2 fouls, 2 of the team's 3. Free throw, won't go.
As you mentioned, Drew, I know he had to work on the free throws pretty solidly this week. That ball just doesn't want to go in for him right here. He's, I believe, one of 4.
1 of 4, yeah.
Got that one.
Talk to Drew, too, and, it's just one of those things I think that is so it kind of takes you off your game a little bit because you're trying to fix it constantly, sitting there trying to fix it as Daniels comes up with the steal behind the back. Jumper from 5 feet will not go. Rebound Himmelman. Up and in, and the Leafs take the lead for the first time of the ball game.
Down 7-0 here in this ball game. The Leafs have really come roaring back. Had a slow start, but they've shown they can play with these Rocks right now.
Timeout. Coach Siegel is not too happy getting animated with his squad. A 30-second timeout.
No, he was giving them the glad hand before the game. He was buddies with all of them, but he's not buddies with any right now. He's getting right in their face, pointing a finger. You're not playing. You're playing like a sissy.
13-12 right now. The Leafs lead it. They have gone on a little bit of a run, being down by as much as 7 to start the game before they were able to put a basket in, but they came up with a couple of defensive stops. It was a couple of blocks, a couple of steals, and going on a run, capitalizing on it.
A lot of times you see the Rocks put in a wave of new players, but they've only played 7 to this point. Realize it's early in the game, but a lot of times they'll really shift in 3 or 4 at a time sometime, almost a shift change.
Rocks inbound the ball with 3:08 left to go in the first quarter now. They have slowed things down quite a bit here. The Rocks, and they throw up an alley-oop. Going with the layup instead there is Hall.
Well-designed play and well executed. They got by with a couple of them inside where we lost assignments. Bravada, oh my gosh, nice move.
driving in. He had 3 guys in the lane. Takes a jumper for 2.
Leafs are not intimidated at this point.
Not able to get over into the corner on defense, and it's a wide open 3 there for the Rocks. Take the 2-point lead.
They're muscling up with Himmelman inside. They're not wanting him to get that basketball at all.
Stolen one-on-one. Bravada and Hall. Free throw won't go for Hall. It's going to be a foul.
Redu was kind of outsized on that play, on that rebound, and just had to do whatever he could do, try to keep him getting that ball in the basket on the putback.
Russ checks in for Redu now. Redu does have 2. He's picked up 2 quick ones here with 2:06 left to go in the first quarter. Seems as if since these Rocks have talked with their coach Siegel, they've slowed things down, but they're getting hot beyond the arc. They go up by 5 now, hitting back-to-back 3-pointers.
Yeah, the Rocks are running 2 guys in and out of that post spot, rotating Miles and McDuffie, and they're just going to try to wear Himmelman out. They got 2 big fellas in there pushing and leaning on him.
They really are. Jumping after the ball there was Miles, and as you said, you see those 2, they're just putting their weight on each other, almost the integrity down there.
Right, as soon as Miles gets tired, they just bring in McDuffie, and Himmelman has got to kind of withstand the double team.
Daniels with the jumper. Out of bounds, it will stay with the Leafs.
Nice effort by Bravada keeping that thing alive, bounced it off the Rocky player's head.
Everybody out there in the court right now has at least a basket. It's been kind of evenly spaced. Drew Himmelman obviously does have 6.
Okay, they finally called Miles on that. He's been just grabbing and pushing, which is, that's what you got to do to try to control Drew Himmelman. But when they called 44, they're pushing against each other. You never know which 44 they're going to call that on.
Got to hope that the official stays consistent with that throughout the game, because you could see those guys get into some foul trouble underneath for the Rocks. It's really their only counter to Himmelman's size. With 1:13 left to go in the first quarter now, Leafs trail 15-20, and it was stolen there by the Rocks.
Leafs had the lead at 15-14. It's been a 6-point run here for the Rocks.
Another 3-pointer. Hitting it home. Tyler Hall. Back-to-back 3-pointers that propelled the Rocks ahead by 8.
Very interesting, though. The Leafs were able to pull Rocky out of the press, out of the full court. And that you don't do that very easy.
Bravada looked good driving to the basket a couple of times. Decides not to take it that time. When that play works, it looks easy and it looks perfect.
Yeah, you do. You want to say, why don't you do that every time? But that lob's got to be perfect, and you got to. Himmelman's got to get just a push off at the right time, and it worked out nice that time. 6-point game, 23-17.
Down to 10 seconds now, and it looks like the Rocks are going to hold for that last second shot. Down to 6 seconds. Into the hands of Miles. He's going to have to take an off-kilter shot there, and it will not go for Dixon, and that's the end of the first. Rocks went on a little bit of a run, but now the Leafs have to get back going. They're down by 6. 17-23. Rock Island leads it after 1.
This TV50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Holland & Sons, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize these sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV50 telecast.
Back for the second quarter on TV50. Zach Mackey, Bob Pettit, and Keith Kennett. It's going to be out of bounds early. The Leafs have an early turnover to start the second quarter. They trail right now 23-17.
The Rock's going to try to put a lot of pressure on and force turnovers, of course, but they can't have any unforced turnovers.
Down inside, Miles, that is.
Got a man-to-man press back on again this quarter. Leafs again found a lot of success just passing the ball down the floor, not dribbling against that press.
Greg Roscoe's cross, the court, and into the hands now. Back-to-back turnovers for the Leafs. Right to the hoop.
It's going to get out of hand quickly. Got to kind of slow things down, get things all straightened out here.
Just like that, Leafs are down by 10 into Himmelman. He's got guys all around him. Count the basket. Foul's going to be called in on the Rocks, and it's going to be the second personal foul on Miles. The Rocks have 5, and Himmelman from that infamous free throw line, and it's good.
It's getting more famous all the time. Nice. Back down to a 7-point lead for the Rocks, 27-20. That was a nice feed, by the way, by Rusk, I believe. I thought Rusk was going to go up with the ball, and he dished it off to Himmelman and end up being a 3-point play. That can't go in.
That was a long three-pointer by Tyler Hall, and it's a rebound for the Leafs now. Himmelman driving in, and it's good. The Rocks were making back-to-back three-pointers, and Himmelman has made his own back-to-back three-pointer if he can sink this free throw. Bring it back within a 4-point ball game. It was just a couple of seconds ago. It was a 10-point ball game. We were afraid it was getting out of hand. Free throw's good.
Well, they went back to what they do successfully and get the ball on the floor, pass it down, score quickly. You know, you could try not to have to set up and play a half-court game against these guys. You don't really want a racehorse game, but you do have to move the ball when they put the press on. Move the ball through the air, get the ball a nice-looking shot, take your chances with it.
It's going to be Rocks ball underneath their own basket with 6:42 left to go in the first half. 27-23. Rock Island on top. 3 ball on its way. Rebound Himmelman.
Nice toughness out of Himmelman on that because he was getting pushed around. Kind of tipped the ball with one hand. He's got it inside.
Ross back over to Himmelman. Up and in. Just like that, Drew Himmelman has 16.
If they can get that ball inside, Rusk had that ball within 5 feet of the basket a couple different times here. And instead of putting it up, just get it to Himmelman. You're not going to mess with him.
Open in the lane. C.J. Neville comes up with 2.
Back to a 4-point game, but like you said, it was 10 a while ago, and it was scary.
Yes.
Leafs back in it.
The way this Rocks team can score, it can get out of hand quickly. Himmelman back to Rusk. Up, will not go.
Rusk had to shoot with the right hand, and he is left-handed. But the Rocks can score in a hurry again, as you mentioned.
C.J. Neville. 6-point lead for Rock Island. Bada. Staniels. Putting a lot of pressure on Himmelman down there as Miles. I'm sorry, it's Murphy in there right now. McDuffie in there right now.
Yeah, they're rotating defenders on him.
Cutting down.
Nice move by Bravada and a good feed by Himmelman, but just couldn't get it to go.
Got to capitalize on that. That's back-to-back layups that the Leafs have missed. Down inside, McDuffie. Hook shot will not go.
Again, intimidation. It wasn't necessarily a block, but you got to get up over Himmelman, and it's adjust the shot quite a bit.
Stolen back by Daniels. Daniels gonna drive in. Left-handed layup.
It looked like he was on the left side, but I think he flipped it with his right hand underhand.
Connor Welch is gonna get called with the block here. It's gonna be his first. It's gonna be the team's 6th. 6 team fouls for the Leafs, 5 team fouls for the Rock Island Rocks.
Get a nice little show along with the call every time. Dramatic mechanics by the official. Just in case you're more in tune to the officials in the game, you get quite a show out there.
D'Angelo Hicks, he checks back in. He was out for a little bit. He got 2 early fouls. The free throw's good. 6-point lead for Rock Island. Well, Daniels was open, cutting backdoor. Connor Welch drives in. Himmelman finishes the deal. You're going to call a foul on Daniels.
I think it says they got 18 points for Himmelman here in the first half.
Wow. Still 4 minutes left to go in there.
Quarter and a half. He is, and a lot of those are just really earned too, just making space, offensive rebounds, putbacks. Back up to 5-point lead.
Free throw's good.
But Drew's teammates know how potent he is on inside, and they want to get him the ball. They don't care who scores if they can get baskets. If Drew scores them all, they'd be okay with that.
There's a guy sitting down in the stands that used to score quite a bit like Drew. Tyler Storm stands tonight. 3:50 left to go in the first half. Down inside to Himmelman, who goes up and foul. And it's going to be the 3rd foul on Hicks. Himmelman's going to have a big night tonight from the free throw line. Looks like he's going to be there a lot.
He's got it down. He's got about 4 in a row now. And then look, and that shot looks a lot softer now than the first couple that banged off there. He's feeling it. He's feeling it. Soft hands.
Right here, he could cut it down to a 3-point deficit, and he does. Jones gets it past half court now. 3:38 left to go in the first half. 31-34. Rock Island on top. 3-pointer will not go. Rebound by the Leafs. Bravada bringing it down is stolen. Wide open. Slamming it down. Tyler Hall.
And the Leafs were so successful passing the ball down the floor against the pressure, and we forgot. Decided we're going to dribble the ball, and that's what Rocky wants you to do. We're not looking for that outside shot. We're looking for that short corner. There's a shot.
Oh. They're going to call that on Radu. I didn't see that. I thought the ball was in the air going after it, but official right there is going to call it on Radu. It's going to be Radu's first.
Well, he's got that perfected where you shove off with one hand and feel and catch the ball with the other, and that's very legal in the NBA, but just not going to work here. So moments ago, down to 3 is now expanding to 6. try to keep this thing intact here in the first, going into halftime.
Rock Island can score, and they can score in a hurry. They lead it right now 37-31 over the Geneseo Maple Leafs with 2:55 left to go in the first half.
Leafs are showing that they can score a little bit in a hurry if they need to. The interesting score last night of that Galesburg Rocky game in the 40s. That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
You have two teams with a combined record of 35-2 or something, or whatever they are. And
I remember hearing Galesburg's boys and girls basketball records together were like 32-1. Just phenomenal year they're having.
Yeah.
Out of bounds, it will stay with the Leafs underneath their own basket. See the officials saying you can't, are already putting their hands on Himmelman and trying to give him some heat.
Get it. Yes.
He's got 2 of those now.
Back to a 4-point game.
An open lane.
Yep. Once again, you know, Rocky threatened to run away with this thing, and Leafs proved that they can come right back in it.
Trying to go in the lane, and he found out he's got a 6'5" guy in there and throws it up, won't go. .210 left to go in the first half.
Well, there's all kinds of talk about what Drew Hillman was going to do in college. And a lot of people say he's leaning towards football, but, you know, if there's a college scout looking at this, they've got to be impressed. There's a lot of places he could play.
He's in the 20s, still with 2 minutes, just under 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Ravana from the free throw line won't go, and fighting for his own rebound.
Yeah.
They're going to get him with a foul.
Yeah, frustration foul a little bit there, but can't fault the effort.
9 team fouls now for the Leafs, and still be a 1-on-1 bonus. It's going to be Larry Dixon.
I always find it amazing that anybody could have more fouls than Rock Island. Yeah. I mean, they're just so aggressive. Very, very aggressive. And they move people in and out. They don't worry about how many fouls they have. The way they, you know, they just got extra players rotating in and out. Leafs have played 6 players tonight. Rocks 9.
Down to Himmelman, out of his hands.
It's 3-on-1.
And they find, they found Daniels, and he was fouled.
It was 3-on-1, and the one recovered really quickly as Daniels goes up the layup.
Daniels a pretty good free throw shooter.
He'll make these free throws, but if he could have just pump faked and give it to Drew, it would have been exciting too.
That free throw is good.
That's going to be, is that 3?
That's 3 on Miles. You talk about it, though, they'll just switch someone else in now.
So Miles checks out and McDuffie checks in.
Second one, Pure. Down to a 2-point lead now, and this has really been a game of runs. At one point, we're saying Rocks are up by 7, then it's back to a 2-point game, and both these squads are able to score quickly. When's the last time the Leafs have put up 36 points in the first half? A lot of that.
Not against a quality team like Rock Island lately, that's for sure.
Right now, Daniels and Himmelman together have scored 30 of the 36 points.
This is a team that held Galesburg to 43 points last night, a 17-0 team. And the Leafs got 36 points here in the first half.
They're just going to stand with it at the top of the key. Down to 20 seconds left to go in the first half.
Coach Stigl signaled out there that he wants a shot with 6 seconds left. 9, 8, 7.
Now they'll go. 4 seconds. Problem is now, they couldn't get a good shot off at the end of the first quarter. Oh, and he's fouled. Behind the arc, Tyler Hall.
Not a very popular call here. Might have been a little bit of a flop. We don't have the luxury of replay to see, but he shot off balance and just kind of looked like he just went down.
Officials are talking it over now. And we'll see exactly. I think they're going to add some time to the clock, it appears. Two seconds.
Oh, there wasn't 2 seconds on the clock. Because there wasn't 2 seconds on the clock. I'm not sure who made that call.
Rock Island's leading Geneseo right now 38-36 with 2 seconds left to go. 2 seconds left to go here in the first half, and they've just added 2 seconds on.
Sigel, 2/10 of it. No, it is 2 seconds. Yeah, they had 2 minutes on it before. Yeah, it's a bad deal. They were desperate. They had to throw an off-balance heave up there, and they got a foul call, so he's going to get three free throws. Turn the 2-point game into 4, going on 5th attempt here.
If Hall can sink this, he'll have 16. And he does.
Nothing but net.
2 seconds. Himmelman throws it up, and it will not go. Rock Island Rocks are leading the Maple Leafs 41-36. Going into halftime here. We'll be back for the second half on TV 50.
This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Holland & Sons, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize these sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV 50 telecast. This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Holland & Sons, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize these sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV50 telecast.
Geneseo basketball is rolling here into the second half. Zach Mackey, Coach Bob Bennett, Keith Kennett joining you for the second half of basketball. After one half, 41-36, Rock Island on top of Geneseo, and it was really even closer. A last-second foul shot gave Rock Island 3 extra free throws because it was beyond the arc, and sinking all 3 of them was Tyler Hall.
With 2 seconds left on the clock, yeah, Rocky heaved up a 3, in a 2-point game. Questionable call, but you know what? You live with it.
Rebound, Himmelman now. Hall had 16 in that first half, but the big story was Himmelman with 20. It's going to be an early foul, and it's going to send Radu to the line. Another guy buttoned right on in there was junior Will Daniels. He had 10 of his own. 2 of them came off 3-pointers.
Once again, the Leafs have no trouble against the press. Pass the ball down the floor. And that free throw's good. Very adeptly, and that's the way to break this press. They actually had the Rocks out of their full court press, which is hard to do in the first half.
Both of these squads have scored quick and scored often. Being able to put up 36 points in the first half has got to be a first this season for the Maple Leafs.
Lead back down to 3, 41-38.
Big question is, can they keep up with this scoring offense now? Hall from the elbow, sinks it.
He's a nice player. Can't take that away.
Rusk in some trouble. Finds Daniels and
yeah. Quick hands they have, but once Ross got that ball out of there, it was a 4-on-2, but they couldn't convert.
Rebound.
Rocks have not been able to convert a basket yet this half.
Bravada, not Daniels. Rusk tries for his own 3-pointer. Will not go, and it's beating everybody back on defense. Jason Jones comes up with 2.
Well, they don't miss a trick. If they can get behind you, they get the ball to them. Back to a 7-point game. A lot of pressure out there, a lot of pressure by the Rocks. Looking for Himmelman. Always looking for Himmelman, wants to take that ball down inside. Hoping somebody pulls off of him, frees him up. They got him double teamed though if that ball is not penetrated, they got him double teamed.
Radu driving in, drops it on out. Daniels got 2 of those to go in the first half. That one won't. It's a rebound. Himmelman cutting baseline, trying to pass it out. Bravada, his own 3-pointer, and he's had a couple, but won't go.
Nice offensive rebound. That ball just will not go. Himmelman.
My goodness. Another one. 3 3-pointers in this same possession. None of them have gone in the Leafs' favor.
But 3 offensive rebounds.
Let's make it 4. And that one's good.
That's a great effort on the offensive boards by the Leafs. Gave them 4 shots at the basket. Only shot 25%, but it scored.
41-45. Maple Leafs still trailing to Rock Island here. 5:25 left to go in the third quarter. 3-pointer is off the mark, way off the mark for Larry Dixon. Leafs keep chipping right on back now.
Once again, did not try to dribble the ball against that pressure. Passed the ball down the floor and wide open.
Wide open. Will not go. Can it be a whole bunch of Leafs rebounds again this time? Oh, it's very close. And it's stolen by the Leafs. Radu, 1-on-1, a little turnaround.
Oh, it won't go. Oh, it won't go.
Going Rock Island way now.
You are getting an effort out of these Leafs, though. You cannot fault the effort. Rocks are very athletic. They intimidate you on the shot, but, we're getting that ball up there. really busting our tail on the offensive boards. It's a 4-point game.
The times that Rock Island has tried to push the ball and try to get things really moving is when they've had turnovers. Right there, they were trying to get the ball up as quickly as possible. And they struggled with that with 4:42 left to go in the third quarter now. Hall's driving in. Dishes it off. Driving in on the lane.
They called that way before it happened. That was an anticipation call. Now the official's talking it over, trying to figure out.
I think, as you said, both of them anticipated more contact than what there really was.
Well, I thought they were calling it on Drew Himmelman. They called that on Bravada. So it must have happened. Then it wasn't. I thought they were calling that on Himmelman, and they blew the whistle way before Himmelman came close to fouling him. So Bravada must have had a reach in, missed that.
Free throw's good by Dixon. It's Bravada's third.
That's not a good thing. 46-41. Still, no. 47-41.
Give credit to the Rocks. They've made their free throws down the stretch. Full court press is back on.
Seemed like they made everything.
Yeah. Three-pointer, Bravada off the mark. He's taking a lot of threes.
But you know, you got to. It's better than throwing the ball away. You know, you got to try to get your shots, hit your percentage. There's a good basketball player right there.
Hall drives in. He's able to shoot it beyond the arc. Grab right on in. 4 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Now it's Himmelman. Hicks is trying to say he kept his arms straight up. It was before he put his arms up that he came down on Himmelman's arm.
Yeah, that ball was knocked out of Himmelman's hand, and his arms were hit about waist high. That doesn't happen when your hands are straight up in the air. 8-point game. Leafs trying to cut it here.
Himmelman had the feel in the first half from the free throw line. Actually, I should say second quarter, and he hits his first one there.
Yeah, his percentage is much, much better tonight. Missed a couple early, but he has really been right on. And that was off the front of the rim, nice soft touch. Now there's that clanger off the back again. He doesn't like that. Nice. Air ball, but put back. Daniels almost intercepted that thing, but it bounced up in the Rock Island hand.
Miles was able to put it up and in, and one advantage that this Rock Island squad has is Coach Storm was trying to get a timeout, and he never got it. One advantage they have, though, as we said, they rotate 9 guys in. They're able to get guys in and out. The Leafs still have only used 6 guys, 1 guy off the bench, so a lot of these guys are going the entire time, and better be ready to go.
Leads up to 9, and Rock's trying to get to double figures and 2.
An 11-point lead now, 53-42. Rock Island leads Geneseo. Connor Welch with it. And Coach Storm's going to take a timeout.
Yeah. He tells the official, you heard me that time. He was yelling as loud as he could on that possession where they had to turn that ball over. And the official just wouldn't give him the timeout. They had quite a little discussion about it. But he obviously was just saying, I didn't hear you.
Yeah. 30-second timeout here for Coach Storm. 3:05 left to go in this third quarter. And this lead for Rock Island is starting to kind of blow away here as they lead at 53-42. It's an 11-point lead for Rock Island. But the Leafs throughout the stretch have been able to score quickly when need be.
The game was getting to this point early in the game, and it looked like the Rocks might just kind of pull away, but the Leafs came back, didn't allow that to happen. See if they got another one in them.
One of the main reasons that the Leafs are down by 11 is because Himmelman's only had 1 point since the first half. They've relied on him in the first half to keep them in this ballgame. He had 20 in the first half. Make that 23 on the night. So he gets a layup there.
Rusk looked like he had a reverse layup, but he just didn't want to get that thing blocked, and he dished it off to Himmelman. That was wide open.
Slamming it home was Miles.
Little screen and roll there, pick and roll play.
Rusk now. 2:17 left to go in the third quarter, and Reduce got his own open lane.
Nice pass by Rusk. Good look and good feed. Leafs staying with it.
Three-pointer on its way, will not go. Going after the rebound. Leafs get it.
A lot of contact, but no call.
Like to see that, though. It's an open ball, going after it. Going up for the shot was Welch. It won't go. Rebound now. Rock Island ball's down to the ground. Nice job by Russ, not giving up on it.
Himmelman also fighting in there. Yeah, Connor Welch drove to the basket. Oh, look at his shirt.
I could see that jersey. That was football. You'd see that hold a mile away.
Reduced, trying to run up the floor, and his jersey wouldn't let go of his jersey.
Himmelman inside, it won't go. Fighting for the rebound, it will go in favor of Rock Island.
Bounces off for Redu. I tell you, Leafs are not faulted for their effort tonight. They're playing hard, they're working hard, they're fighting for every loose ball, fighting for offensive rebounds.
Oh, wow. And now the fire alarms are going off. The 2 points for Rock Island now.
Man, that's about the third slammer the Rocks have had tonight.
Play still going on. I guess we'll keep going. Daniels won't go. Himmelman finishes the deal.
I guess we don't pay attention to fire alarms.
There's no smoke in the gym yet, so I think we're good to go.
All right, they got it shut off. Very interesting, though, because the fire alarm went off. And the Rock player inbounded the ball off his own player's chest. But the Rocks maintained possession, so there was no distraction. You would think they would just kind of take a breather, but now the Rocks kind of just pulling back at the end of the quarter here. 10 seconds left.
Stolen by Daniels, 7. And he's called with a travel.
.7 left. The Rocks have an opportunity to get that ball back, try to get it down the floor.
Going with the long heave. Intercepted by Russ. 3 seconds now. He dishes it off. Connor Welch puts it up and in and ends the third quarter with 2 points. A 7-point ball game. The Leafs are going to have to get hot in the fourth. They're down by 7. We'll be back.
This TV50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Holland & Sons, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize these sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV50 telecast.
Back from Geneseo High School for the fourth quarter of action as the Rock Island Rocks lead the Geneseo Maple Leafs 57-50. And it was at most a 13-point lead, I believe, for Rock Island. The Leafs have got it back down within 7. Are going to have to keep going on even more of a run now.
Rocks, and they had some momentum, too, when they got that big lead. They had a couple of slams, you know, that gets the crowds excited, the momentum going their way. Leafs have just stuck right in there and really come back, fighting for every loose ball.
We just had the fire alarms going off. Hopefully it's because these Leafs are going to get hot now as they I've been waiting to say that a while.
Smoking.
Bravada with it. Inside to Himmelman.
Get in.
Radu, it will not go. Leafs have definitely won the offensive bout. Goes out of Himmelman's hand. Diving for it was Radu, but it last touch to Leaf.
They're really putting a lot of pressure on Himmelman here in the second half. He had 20 in the first half, 5 here in the third quarter, 25 total for the game. But they're really clamping down on him. Obviously, that was the adjustment they felt they had to make at halftime.
Driving. Won't go. Fighting for a rebound. Picking it up is Connor Welch, and now the Leafs ready to slow things down a little bit and get their offense.
Yep, good call. No numbers on that break. Connor Welch playing a nice ball game. Leafs have only played 6 men tonight. Bravada with 3 fouls wasn't pulled out at all.
3-pointers off the mark. Rebound though, Bravada. Backdoor. Too many yellow jerseys in there.
Yeah, that was forcing it right there.
Long offensive threat here for the Leafs. 3-pointers off the mark. Back to Rock Island.
You know, Anthony Bravada's getting good looks. He feels it. It's just not going in. It's just off the iron. A couple of those go in, and it's quite a game.
Going in baseline was Miles, and he was fouled. They're going to call it on Himmelman, and it's going to be Himmelman's first. Fortunate thing for him, he's been able to stay out of foul trouble. When he does get in foul trouble, the Leafs get in trouble quite a bit.
Absolutely.
Can't get that free throw.
The officials have not been, they've not allowed, you know, have not let anything flagrant go, but they have not really called it ticky-tack stuff. I thought the game is basically well officiated.
Second free throw hits the mark. An 8-point lead right now for Rock Island. Connor Welch with it.
Leafs being very patient. Rob to Himmelman.
Up and in. One of those 3-pointers. Drew Himmelman is so famous for.
That was just a really nice feed by Greg Rusk. That ball has to be on the money because he had a guy in front of him, a guy behind him. Drew went up, got it, laid it in.
Chance to bring it within 5, and he does.
Just keep creeping back.
5:22 left to go. Maple Leafs trail by 5, 58-53. Rock Island ball.
Leafs brought their lunch pails today. They're working hard. Uh-oh.
3-pointer. Wow. Nice shot. C.J. Nevels. It's nothing but the bottom of the net.
They just got a lot of free shooters out there, and well, you can't guard them all. It's not like you can key on one guy.
Now it's Bravada.
No, he's gonna get a walk. Just had a little extra fancy step on that one. That 3 brought it up to an 8-point lead. Rock's shooting for double digits again here. Boy, just when you think you're creeping up on them, and boom, they come back at you.
Jumper from the elbow won't go. Rebound. Nice one-handed rebound by Bravada.
That's that same play that we had a foul call on earlier. Trying to remember who that was. I think it was Radu. Yeah, it was Radu.
Down inside to Himmelman. That's the matchup they want and the result they want. Himmelman has been fantastic inside the paint when he's gotten the ball. He's got 30 now. He's picked up 5 very quick points, and he's got a shot to make it 6 here, just here in the last about 3 minutes. 31 points for him tonight. Phenomenal.
This is against a pretty good Rock Island basketball team with some leapers. You know, it isn't, they're not playing against the Little Sisters of the Poor here.
Nibbles. Now it's Carr. His own three-pointer won't go. He's got a shot to bring it to a one-possession ball game. Some fancy ball handling there by Ledoux. Almost stolen. Welch saw the lane, hesitated a second, took too many steps.
He thought about going up, and he saw the trees there in the forest. Just didn't kick it out quick enough. Got a little stumble.
Coach Tom Siegel's going to take a full timeout, talk things over with the Rocks here. 3:38 left to go in the ball game, and his squad leads it 61-56.
Tom Siegel not very happy. Tom Siegel either. He didn't expect this coming in. What we talked about in the onset is that there's the possibility that the Rocks could be a little bit flat coming off that big win last night, and the Leafs a little bit hungry after really feeling like they played well enough to win last night, didn't get the win. All that goes kind of in their favor, but it's still a 6-point deficit here, or 5-point deficit for the Leafs.
This Leaf squad is one that can be so up and down. We've seen times where they've lost games that they shouldn't have lost and won games that maybe they shouldn't have. One of those great ones to look at is Yorkville last week, the top of the other side of the conference. They lose to Morris, but then Yorkville beat Morris and they beat Yorkville. So,
well, they are showing tonight, they're not at the top of the scoreboard tonight, and I'm not into these moral victories, but they have showed tonight they can play basketball when they need to. This has been a very, very well played basketball game by the Leafs.
Down by 5, it's Rock Island's ball. 3:38 left to go in the ball game.
I have to believe you play this well night in and night out, you're going to win a lot of basketball games.
With such a young squad, you got to think that Leafs are getting all these wheels rolling at the right time too, when postseason's getting closer and closer. Jones with it. And it's stolen, given over. Hall couldn't keep it in his hands, and now Daniels puts it up and he's fouled. Just who the Leafs want at the free throw line. He's a pretty good free throw shooter for a junior.
Very nice free throw shooter, trying to cut this thing down, and as you said, Zach, down to a single possession. Get that down to 3-point lead.
First free throw on its way, and it's good.
They believe they're in this ball game, and they're playing like it.
Some people would have counted the Leafs out as soon as they stepped on the court, but they have played right with this Rock Island squad. Second free throw is good, and it's a one-possession ball game. A 3-point lead for Rock Island with 3:05 left to go in the contest.
They've been down by double digits several times, and it would have been real easy with all the momentum Rocky had to just count them out right there and think, oh, they're going to roll it up. But the Leafs keep battling back. They just dig in.
Down inside, Hall gets the and one.
Tyler Hall's a good basketball player, and he got that off, got that left arm just fended off the block, just enough to get a foul, but not enough to alter the shot.
He's bowling a pretty big number tonight, too. He's got 22. Himmelman leading all scoring with 31. He had 20 of those in the first half. Hall's free throw to make it a 3-point play is good.
So after the Leafs draw it down to 3, Rocks extended up to 6.
2:40
You're going to have to make some of those shots, guys.
left to go.
Yep.
Purdue almost out of the hands of Ross.
Yeah, he got by with a little bit of a shuffle there. Had 2 pivot feet. Looking inside, but they're collapsing on Drew Himmelman.
Three-pointer is off the mark, and it's off Rock Island. It will stay with the Leafs.
Again, fighting for that loose ball. Even if you don't have position to grab that thing, just bat it around a little bit. You never know what might happen.
Nice play by Bravada when he knew it wasn't going to go. Chased in after his own rebound and was able to force a turnover. Rock Island. Inside to Himmelman. He is pushed in the air.
Oh, you can't.
Oh, wow. And it's a travel. He was pushed when he jumped up after the ball.
It was very clear that the Rock defender had an elbow in his back. Tried to battle back, but, oh, my goodness, what a call.
Down by 6 now are the Leafs with 2:09 left to go in the fourth. Rock Island leads it 64-58, and they have the ball now.
Complimented the officials tonight on well-officiated game. Can't turn back on that now, can we? Now it's back up to an 8-point game.
Nice play by Hall down inside the paint. And Leafs are going to have to start scoring quickly now.
Yeah.
There they get the foul.
Well, they get to try to score with the clock stopped here. No, it's not. They're not there yet. Rocks have 6 now. The next one will be a 1-and-1.
Jumper from Daniels is off the mark. Rebound, Bravada puts it back up, won't go. Himmelman.
Oh, it just won't go.
So
but again, you know, what an effort on those offensive boards. Let's keep battling.
Free throws could win this game for the Leafs. Down by 8 right now with 1:40 left to go in the ball game.
3 shots from very point-blank range. Just couldn't get it to go.
That free throw won't go either. Second one's pure.
That was sweet. 7-point game.
And it's a turnover into the Leafs' favor now. Down by 7. They have to start scoring a little bit quickly here. Bravada for 3. Yes!
With 1:24 seconds left, you have to take some of those shots, and they're going to have to go if you're going to win this basketball game.
I don't know what it is about these Saturday nights, but last Saturday when we had the game on DB50, they were down by 7 with about a minute left to go and brought it within 1. Ended up losing to Morris by 1. But you see the Leafs coaching staff is talking over a plan of execution here. Down by 4. Probably see this full court presser being put on and see what they can make of it. Coach Storm has a drawing board out. So does Coach Siegel.
Coach Siegel is talking a little bit more serious, and a little bit more positive right now about what we're going to do to win this basketball game. Up until now, it has been a chew-out session every time they go to the sidelines because he's not happy with the way they're playing. Coach Storm's got to be pleased. You're never pleased when you're not winning, but you got to be pleased with the effort. That ball, just, you know, there's been a couple of them just wouldn't go in. Sometimes the ball just don't go in the hole, but the effort has been there all night long. 4 quarters of it.
Absolutely, as the Leafs break the huddle and head back out. Rock Island's ball. They lead it 66-62, 1:24 left to go in the ball game. Leafs having their own little team out allowed there. Pep band in attendance tonight. Pretty good crowd for a Saturday here. Leafs are going to put on a full court press now. Get it into the hands of Hall.
Almost traveled, but he did put the ball on the floor.
Hall's got it. And baseline.
Up and over Himmelman. Himmelman swatted at that basketball, intimidated him, but it somehow went in. Back to 6.
Himmelman. Oh, out of his hands.
Oh, he stepped. Everybody saw that.
There's people right there looking who say he stepped out of bounds and then turn around, and it's going to be an intentional foul.
That's going to make it tough. Don't know about that call. It wasn't flagrant. He didn't try to hurt the Rocky player.
You hate to see that called with 53 seconds left to go in the ball game. First free throw is good.
Well, the officials might be just maybe not wanting it to get out of hand here. I don't know. It's going to get rough at a desperate time.
A 10-point lead now for Rock Island.
And that went fast.
What was just a 3-point lead.
But there's a little bit of gamble, and that's what happened when you gamble against Rocky.
Himmelman's called with the foul. It will be his second, team's fifth. They got to get to a couple before any shooting will start happening. Another foul. I got to be careful. That's a third one on Drew. Got to get the fouls, obviously, but.
Well, they're taking it. They know that. Rocky's smart enough to realize that they're going to have to foul to get back in this game, and they're taking it to Drew's man.
There's Reduce called with the foul, and that's going to be his fourth. Now we're shooting. 1-on-1 bonus. But of course,
obviously not the guy you want there.
Tyler Hall is the guy on the line.
29 points in the ball game already. Don't necessarily need him in the game at the line, but that's who had the ball. That's the way it goes.
And you see the score table saying there's only 6 fouls on the Leafs, so gonna have to do this all again. There's the foul. Called in on Russ. Now we'll be shooting a 1-on-1. It's going to be Dixon shooting. Leafs put up a good fight tonight. Free throw is good.
As far as who you're following, it's probably not a bad choice. Hasn't done a lot of shooting tonight, but obviously that's 11 points. He obviously knows his way around the free throw line.
A 12-point lead now for Rock Island. Bringing it down, Redu. Rusk fires away. Won't go. Rebound Daniels, though. Over to Bravada. Fires away. Hits the three-pointer. And Coach Storm takes a timeout.
It's going to be tough sledding here. 9-point lead with 25 seconds left. But, you know, this is where you teach them not to give up. You keep battling. They battled hard the whole game. There's no point stopping now. Don't cut yourself 25 seconds short.
Absolutely.
Go as hard as you can.
Rock Island leads at 74-65. A game of runs. It's been Drew Himmelman with 32. That's been the big story. Tyler Hall, though, all of a sudden, when we look up there, he's got 28 now. He's closing in on being the leading leading all scoring tonight. Himmelman had 20 of those in the first half, though.
Yeah, Coach Storm didn't pull the board out. No plays now. Just move that ball around, get to the open three-point shooter, and get it off.
Always nice when the Leafs are able to put up 65 points. It's a pretty good number for this squad that has struggled sometimes offensively.
It's been a fun game to watch.
High intensity, high scoring.
Bravada, he's got to be getting close to the limit. Is that 4? Or is he done?
Yep, that's 4.
It's 4.
Bravada.
Rocks are not even going to go. Here we go, send somebody down to the line.
24 seconds left to go in the ball game. A 9-point lead for Rock Island. Second free throw is good, and that makes it a 10-point lead. Chance to make it 11.
Rocks had their hands full tonight. Leafs gave them everything they wanted. They really didn't expect to see quite this. Russ looking for a shot. The Rocks guarding that three-point line, but Bravada's open. Got it.
Now Bravada gets hot. Going to the free throw line now will be Hall.
Fans getting a little rowdy.
Yeah. I like to see it when you're down.
The frustration of it.
Trying to put it in a 10-point lead for his squad. Free throw something good. And hate to see that because it really wasn't a 10-point game.
Yep.
Three-pointer won't go. And that's the final. 78-68. Rock Island Rocks beat out the Leafs. Rocks will advance on to 14-2 on the year, coming off a big win last night. We talked about the Leafs will fall to 8-9 on the year. Talk about the final score is a 10-point differential, but it definitely wasn't a 10-point game. It's a hard-fought game by the Leafs.
No, this is a good basketball team. They really don't deserve to be 8-9. You know, you wouldn't expect them to be under 500. But by the effort tonight, played it. You know, it was a fun game to watch, and you just can't fault the effort. They really played hard. They went for every loose ball, every offensive rebound, defensive rebound. They tried to do what they thought they had to do to win. Rock just were too much for them. And I'll bet Rocky thought coming in didn't feel it was going to be this tough.
And it looks like things are starting to click at the right time for this Leafs squad. They drop one to Rock Island right now. Again, the final 78-68. That's going to do it from Geneseo High School. For Bob Pettit, Keith Kennett, I'm Zach Mackey saying so long. Until next time.